Hi, and welcome to Travel with Lynn. And tonight I'm here to talk to you about celebrity, celebrity's newest cruise ship, Celebrity XL. And I just have to say, the Edge class series of ships that Celebrity has, they are truly incredible. I sailed on the Apex last summer. It was a spectacular ship, and the design, I mean, they really put out the very best with this class of ships. And I think, I can only imagine how wonderful that the Celebrity XL is going to be. So let's dive in and get into this wonderful ship that will be sailing August of 2026 to Spain, France, and Italy. I chose this particular route because I think it has three of the best in Europe all in one, and pretty much the the very popular ones. So if any one of these have been on your bucket list, well, you are really in luck because you got all three, and so this is a great trip um, to see all of them at once. And one thing about celebrity that is really true is nothing comes close. Truly, nothing does. They are a cut above, and I can just say, even from um, the just from my own experience, the service, the dining. I mean, they really go out of their way to make sure that you have a wonderful vacation. It really matters to them. So that is something that I do think um, is it shows they are cut above in that respect. Vacations are always good. Well, that is true. Um, the only thing is, I would say we don't do enough of them in our country. I don't think we value vacations as much as we should, especially in the workplace. We need more, not less, because when we are refreshed and when we take that time to unwind and de stress, then we are better, right? Because when we go back into the workplace, we our minds are clearer and we are ready to get back into it because we've had that wonderful rest and relaxation. And so I think, well, heck yeah, vacations are always good. Absolutely, 100%. Celebrity is different. It's true. They really, really are uh, very noticeable to me for my trip, especially, which was just last August. So, very noticeable. I thought they were terrific. I think you will too. Whoops. So, as I said, the Edge series, and here are just some of the ships that are in that class. And some of you may know already about the Celebrity Beyond. That is the one with the famous Captain Kate, the very first female captain. And that's the thing. Again, celebrity is always doing that something new, that innovative thing. I just love that. So that is celebrity. always stepping up their game, Celebrity dining and drinks, and look at just look how pretty that is. The design of the ships, they're just beautiful. So some of the dining, we have Normandy, Cosmopolitan, Spice, Ocean View Cafe, Tuscan, and Cyprus. And they are just really all spectacular and beautiful. And of course, there is the specialty dining, Raw on Five, which is one of my favorites. It has, if you have a sushi fan in your family, you'll love Raw on Five. They are great. Of course, the Fine Cut Steakhouse, Bora, which is new for Excel. Bora is going to have, this is the outside dining. It is, and I'm not going to talk too much because I want to show it to you. Mosaic, which is new, Le Grand Bistro, and La Voyage. These are just some of the wonderful specialty dining restaurants. And here we go with Bora. So look at it is just, do you see the Bloody Mary? Okay, this is the thing. You will be able to go and have a lovely brunch and create your own Bloody Mary from the Bloody Mary bar. How cool is that? I mean, I think that is just awesome. I'm all for it. The bazaar, this is something new. Um, this concept, which I think is going to be a huge hit. I'm loving all the new. I mean, this is great. So you've got the bazaar, and the idea behind it is, as you're going to the different ports, well, the bazaar is going to mimic the ports that you visit. How awesome is, so all bringing that culture to the ship, so that when you come in from, your excursion, you go back on board ship, you're not going to know the difference because it's like you're still in port. So I just love that. I think that's a really, really cool idea. Now, Mosaic, same thing. The food is going to mimic the places of port. And so, I mean, this is just a great, great idea. So really, really creative. Daniel Boulud, as you know, he rocks. And of course, that's why the food rocks. And bars and lounges. We could just go on and on about the bars and lounges, the rooftop bar. I mean, you know, you're gonna find your spot. One of mine in particular, what I personally love is the martini bar, because the martinis are phenomenal and they do the best shows there. I mean, those bartenders, they really work hard, let me just say. They're awesome. Um, the shows are magnificent, and these are going to excel. I don't know what the shows are just yet. I don't think they've even been announced, but they will be great. I do know that. These are not them. So skip that. This is silent disco, and I do want you to be a part of it. If you're on board Celebrity, do the silent disco. It's fun. It is just great. You put on the headset and you've got this cool song and you start dancing. Then your friend next door, they've got their headset. Well, who knows what they're dancing to, but you're just all, it's so fun. You've just got to try it. It's great. So you've got You can dance your heart out, or you can just be very zen and relax and do yoga. Whatever it is that you are feeling, this is your vacation. Make it the way you want it. You have access to do make it the trip that suits you. On Celebrity, you really can do that, and I love that about Celebrity. And then there's events and parties the whole time. So there's going to be something you're going to want to do and get involved in. It's great fun, it really is. Jazz joint, festivals, and Raining Rocks, just to name a few little spots that will be on the Celebrity XL. And live music. Well, who doesn't love that? All day long. Give me the live music. It's great. Spa and wellness. Yes, please. I mean, that is, you got to do the spa at least one time, right? And I love the sea thermal suite, and it's just beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, it is just so nice and relaxing, which is what we all need more of, right? So, high end shopping, yes, yes, yes. So fun. And, I've yet to win, even though I go all the time and I do where they draw your number. Haven't won yet, but maybe. Fingers crossed, you never know. Maybe the next one. Casino, another. Got to do the casino at least one time. Come on. You kidding me? I love the casino. And you've got it all. You've got the slots, the poker, table game, everything. A lot of fun. Camp at Sea. I just want to say a few things about Camp at Sea. A lot of people don't realize, because no Celebrity, while they don't have all of the slides and they don't have, the bumper cars and all that kind of stuff, what they do really, really well is the Camp at Sea. And so here's a breakdown of the ages, all the way to 17, from 3 to 17. So the Camp at Sea, it is really good, and I do know this factually because as my son and I were coming in from an excursion on the last trip that we had with Celebrity, we get into the elevator with a mom and daughter, and the little girl has her picture, and her mom, asks, "Did you have fun at camp today?" And yeah, she wants to go back. So if you have a little girl that wants to go back, then they're doing something right. And I mean, hey, if you've got little ones, then you can feel good about Camp at Sea with Celebrity. All right, pickleball. Gosh, I mean, who isn't playing pickleball, right? I feel like everybody's playing pickleball. So if you are a pickleball fan, then you can just come on with Celebrity, because we've got pickleball all day long. And it's fun too. So, it is fun. Here's something new I do love are the private experiences that Celebrity has. And this is great because if you have somebody in your group that is maybe celebrating a milestone birthday, or perhaps They are, it's an anniversary, whatever it is, or could be a bachelor or bachelorette party. You can book one of these rooms. We've got the private karaoke. I love that. Personally, I love that because I love to sing. And then there's the celebrity lounge, and you've got the golf simulator. I know a lot of guys and girls that love golf, and this would be great fun. So, um, is it? I mean, these little ideas that celebrity has come up with and created to put into um, the your cruise experience. I just think is it goes back to that nothing comes close, right? And I don't know of anything that does. So they're unmatched, I think, with that. So your shore excursions are quite amazing, and they will vary in activity level. So if you want something adventurous or leisurely, you'll have your choice in that. Or, if you don't want to book one, you don't have to book one for every port. Maybe you just want to kind of explore on your own. Just be sure to make it back to ship on time. Um, I love that they have the new private journeys. This is great if you're celebrating an anniversary. It's something special you can book into. Also, with their small group and destination highlights. I mean, this is very, very nice. It's definitely worth is looking into if you want something a little more special. And of course, the ship experiences that we all love, like cooking, because we are all chefs these days, right? Or we want to be one. So the cooking classes, the wine tastings, the whiskey tastings, these are all things that, and some, depending on the itinerary ship, it does change. So, um, and I don't have exactly what will be on ours just yet, but it will be coming. And I'm definitely almost 100% sure we're going to have cooking, of course, but the others will just have to wait and see. The retreat. Now, this is great if you are looking for something that is a little more special, a little more luxury. The retreat is going to be for you. And I do believe that celebrity was the first to come up with this concept. This truly is the ship within a ship concept. The retreat will have its own sun deck, which is beautiful. The space is very well thought out with beautiful lounge chairs. It is very spacious, very beautiful, very nice space. The retreat also has its own lounge. It will also have its own restaurant, Lumine, and we know the chef Daniel Boulud is in charge of that menu, so it is grand. It is excellent. Some of the amenities from that you can expect with the retreat will include your drink package and your Wi-Fi. Of course, you will have your own dedicated butler, and you will have full ensuite breakfast and lunch and dinner, complimentary minibar, afternoon tea. So, all of those things that are just a little special for our retreat guests there. All right. The Aqua class is Also really special. I love Aqua Class. It is great for those that do want that more zen, relaxed vacation, because with Aqua Class, you're going to have access to the sea thermal spa, which is complimentary. You're also going to have that special access to blue dining, and it is, as you can see with the blue, very beautiful. Um, they will have the biodynamic wines, very personalized service, and just very fresh, uh, very very nice menu. So that's blue. And then the sea thermal suite, as you can see how lovely that is. Concierge class is also a wonderful um, group to book into. The concierge class, of course, has access to the concierge, but it also has a little bit extra included with that. There are some extra amenities and services that are included with concierge class, and the elevated staterooms, which are the veranda, which I love. I really do. I think the veranda is just beautiful. And you see, it is just stunning. And even for the ocean view, look at that window. It makes you feel like you are you have a veranda. I love the design. And then our inside, which is still quite spacious. It really is for an insider cabin. It's very nice. So here we are, Provence, Portofino, Florence, Rome, Naples. I chose this itinerary because, like I said, it gives us the best of all three, because we'll start in Barcelona, and there, that start in Barcelona, you'll probably want to add at least a night or two just to get over the jet lag. So explore the city. Um, perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, I also will say we can open it up to questions if anybody has any, but I also want to add with this booking, if you do decide you want to book into it, put your deposit down. If you do it by, let's say, August 5th, if you book by the 5th, then you're going to receive $100 on board credit. So if you book into my group space, which, by the way, just to tell you a little bit about groups and why you want to book into them, number one is the value. Number two is your um, not just the value of the your cost savings, but you're going to have amenities in that. That's what I was trying to think of. What is it? Amenities. So that added amenity to that space. So how cool is that? So really, um, on top of all the amenities, on top of the savings, then if you go ahead and book into it, put your deposit down, then you're going to also have that $100 onboard credit, which you could use for the spa. So just saying, that is really, really nice. And I want everybody to know my agency has FlexPay, and that just means that if you there's no excuse. So you can book into it, and it is just a soft credit pool. It doesn't hurt anything. You, um, excuse me, your payments are, excuse me,